My stepmom got diagnosed with tuberculosis when I was 15. They told her she had 6 months to live. So basically they were giving her a death sentence. Like, she was set on like she's gonna die. She came out positive because she shared a drink with the guy. And then she comes out and she's like, guys, I talked to this lady at the clinic, at the doctor, whatever, wherever she went, and she's like, we're going to this retreat for this church. We go to this retreat, and she gets healed from tuberculosis, goes to the doctor, she has no tuberculosis, and she's healed. It wasn't for her getting diagnosed with tuberculosis, almost dying, we would never got involved in the church, Dad would never became pastor. So it's like, then people are like, you see what God does, you see how he works. Grew up, everybody was like, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you definitely can't do that, and if you do, your parents are probably gonna like leave you. I grew up with, in my head, like I'm branded with, you can't fulfill the desires of the flesh, because what the flesh wants is evil, and you're supposed to fulfill the desires of the spirit, which have to do with God. Living as a Christian is extremely hard. And you're not supposed to say that. That's like part of the traditions of the church. I wasn't really focused on religion when I was a kid. It was just something that I knew was a part of life. I would see people like receiving the Holy Spirit, and I would just see a bunch of stuff. I see like different types of praise and worship, and like different people displaying their talents and stuff. And I just thought it was normal, because as a kid, what your parents show you is normal, until you see otherwise, and then you question it. So until I saw otherwise, then I questioned it. I ran away beginning of July 2014, first to Rhode Island, then to California. Ran away with boyfriend slash good friend at the time. Even though it was his idea, I feel like we were both running away from something either involved with our past or our present. In my case, both. Everything was so normal. As soon as he came into my life, it was like everything just went from normal to exhilarating, crazy, and adventures and things we never done. It was harder to keep up with my spiritual knowledge, I call it. As like my spiritual knowledge is everything I grew up with, everything I know. And it's always going to be there, no matter if I try to get rid of it. That's what makes life hard. It's always going to be there. There's always that, like, trapped feeling. It's not like one person can change you, but one person can impact you and show you things to the point where you question your foundation. Like, when my family calls me crazy, they just call me crazy because of what they've been conditioned to know. But how do I know that what they've been conditioned to know is right, and what they taught me is right? Because I feel it's right, but then I think, if you commit yourself to any religion, if you pray to any God, you're gonna be able to feel something outside the walls of the trip. There was a group of people just getting hurt, and maybe it shouldn't have went down the way it did, but that's the only way it could have went down. It was kind of what I needed to feel like I was still alive, like I was still capable of making decisions. No matter where I go, no matter how far I run away, I can't escape what I know and what I've been taught. It's always going to be there, my morals, my values, my knowledge, the Bible. I can't help it but be proud of what I've learned. Even just the person that has made me, I'm just extremely happy with it. I think everyone that's watching this should take with them, no matter how you grew up, no matter what your parents taught you, or what church you went to, or what denomination you are, or what religion you are, none of it really matters. It's all just a little speck of what life's about.